So how do you tell if your ex is trying to make you jealous? Well, today that's what we're going to be exploring as I take you through the 5 most common signs that your ex is trying to make you jealous. Sign number 1. Your ex brags about his new girlfriend or the dates he's going on everywhere he can. What you're going to find is a common theme throughout these 5 signs is the use of social media. What your ex is posting, what they're saying, all kind of matters in deciphering what they're trying to do. So if your ex has moved on and has gone on the rebound and on social media continues to post all sorts of pictures with this new person, all sorts of pictures of dates with this new person, and it's almost like a little too obvious, it's a good sign that they are trying to make you jealous. Now here's the important thing to really keep an eye out for. It isn't so much what they're posting. If they're posting a picture with a new girlfriend very quickly after this breakup that occurred, usually it's a pretty obvious sign that they're trying to make you jealous. But oftentimes what we care about more is the frequency in which they post. Let's go back in time for a minute and look at your relationship. How often was your ex posting during the relationship? If they weren't posting very often, and all of a sudden after this breakup they're posting a lot more frequently with pictures or statuses related to this new girl, it's a good chance that they're trying to make you jealous. Also, one other underlooked or undervalued fact about this specific jealousy sign is the fact on if your ex is on the rebound or not. So, if your ex breaks up with you and then immediately moves on to someone else, the timing there indicates that this is more than likely a rebound relationship. But if they broke up with you, they wait a year and then move on to someone else, all of a sudden it's not so much of a jealousy ploy, there might be some authentic feelings between the two of them. Sign number 2, posting on social media about how awesome his life is without you in it. This is actually something I see quite a lot within our private Facebook support group. We have people saying, my ex posted this status about how great their life is. What does it mean? We've seen it so often that we do know it's an indicator that your ex is trying to make you jealous. So how does this work? Simply put, this is a little bit different than sign number 1, where sign number 1 was all about posting the dates your ex is going on with this new girl. Sign number 2 is about bragging about how great their life is without you. Though they're never obvious about saying, my life is super great without you. They're more than likely going to post things about how great their life is. They never usually mention you. It's almost like this subtle indirect signal that they send. So oftentimes what they're going to be doing is they're going to be going out with their friends partying. And they'll post pictures of them going out with their friends partying. And they'll say something like, wow, my life is so great. Those are prime examples that your ex is trying really hard to sort of win the breakup, and also the fact that they're trying to rub it in your face. So again, what you're looking for here is not only those type of posts on social media, but you're looking at how frequent those posts show up. Generally speaking, someone who's being very obvious about this is going to be posting quite frequently. Hey there, real quick before we get you back to your video, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, well, please do that. It really does help. It helps keep our video editors paid. It helps us keep doing these high quality videos. And it's really 5 seconds out of your day to click one little button. So if you could, please just click the subscribe button. No harm, no foul if you're not interested, but we figured we'd try. All right, let's get you back to your video. Sign number 3, talking to you directly about how happy he is without you. Here on Ex-Boyfriend Recovery, we often talk about our strategy, right? You always start out with the no contact rule, then you do the value ladder, which means you're basically texting, building value there, phone calls, building value there, meetups, building value there, and then romantic dates, building value there, and then you can get your ex back. So most of the time, a lot of the signs that we've been talking about thus far have been probably occurring during the no contact rule. You've made a conscious effort to ignore your ex, which can also needle them to want to make you jealous. And usually that stems from a fact that they want to win the breakup, so to speak. So they start posting things with this new girl that they moved on with, or posting about how great their life is. But this one is a little different. Usually this occurs after you get back in touch with them during the texting phase. So this often will look like this. You text your ex and you ask them the simple question, hey, how are you? And they, instead of saying, oh, I'm doing good, and then changing the subject or advancing the topic to something else, they stay on that topic and talk about how great they've been. Oftentimes they'll say something like, you know what, I'm so glad that we decided to break up because it really allowed me to flourish in this area of my life or this area of my life. I've been able to get so much more work done in this area. Oftentimes this is just sort of a way of making you jealous. Sign number 4, posting or sending pictures of his body trying to get you to comment. All right, so let's talk about divorce for a minute. So what's really interesting about divorce, in my opinion, is a lot of times in relationships when you're looking at people who are married, they tend to gain weight. Right? They're happy, they're complacent, and in a weird way, that's kind of a cool thing. But when they go through a divorce, that's when they all of a sudden start losing all of this weight. It's been proven through psychology and just through statistics that this is a very common thing. So where this is relevant here is while a breakup isn't necessarily the same thing as a divorce, divorce is often a lot more difficult to get through than a simple breakup, there are some commonalities, specifically if your ex was the one to break up with you. Oftentimes, if your ex is the one to break up with you, they need to prove something to themselves, and they need to prove that they made the right decision. They need to be right. One of the best ways that they can do this, especially if they're a man, is go to the gym, pump some iron, lose some weight, and then try to get your opinion on it. Now, usually they're going to be pretty subtle about this. They're not going to just sort of take the shirt off and post a video and do the selfie thing. Most of the time, they're going to send you a picture of them working out at the gym. Now, this can be taken a bunch of different ways. This could be an authentic thing of like, hey, trying to include you in the day. But me personally, I think it's more of a jealousy ploy, trying to say like, look how good I look now that I'm broken up with you. Again, trying to make you jealous, but also in a weird way, trying to win the breakup. Most importantly, what they're trying to do here is get you to comment positively about the body. So just to kind of dig deeper into how you should respond to this type of a reach out. If your ex sends you a picture of them working out at the gym, just say, oh, that's really nice, and make it seem kind of like this average response, even if they're jacked. And finally, sign number 5, asking your advice on the new girl. Without a doubt, one of the most difficult situations to be in is where you and your ex began talking. You're implementing the being there method. If you don't know what that is, check that out. We've done videos on it. We've done articles on it. We've done podcast episodes on it. Basically, it's the strategy for what you should be doing if your ex has moved on to someone else. But if your ex has moved on to someone else and things are going really well, where you're using the being there method, you're talking to your ex, and then your ex asks you your opinion about some flowers that he bought for this new girl, that can be taken a lot of different ways. My first reaction is always that they're trying to make you jealous and quote unquote win the breakup. But more importantly, I think the best way to respond is with an emoji. Specifically, the laughing, crying face emoji, because that can be taken multiple different ways. The first way it can be taken is you're laughing, crying because it's so hilarious that he thinks that you would give him advice on his new girlfriend. Or it can be taken as you're laughing, crying because the flowers that he bought this new girl is ridiculous. He'll oftentimes ask for clarification on what do you mean? What does that mean? Don't do anything. Simply don't respond. Wait a few days and then try to start another conversation. So if you're interested in learning how to get your ex back, probably the best place for you to start is by taking our Ex Recovery Chances quiz. Our simple, free 2-minute quiz designed to basically tell you what kind of chance you have of getting your ex back. Now, all you have to do if you want to take that quiz is simply look in the description below this YouTube video and click the link you see there. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it if you could do that because it really helps our channel out. So again, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if we missed any jealousy signs that you think should have been included on this list, comment and let us know about it in the comments section below. I'll see you next time.